All right, I thought it was a great night. Definitely wanted to come out and get a win for these seniors. You got 26 of them, not all 26 play. There's a couple medicals, but a good group of guys that have played extremely hard for this university. Most of them have got their degree or about to get their degree. They bleed green and gold, and really proud of how they came out and played. I'm really proud of how they weathered the storm this year. Would have been easy to pack it in, but they keep fighting. I think they got a chance to do something special here. 3 straight bowl games. Talk about leaving a legacy. And part of that step was tonight and finish it at home, which they did. It wasn't pretty. It's never pretty with us. We find a way to make things easy, interesting. But they finished, and I expect them to come back and do what we do, and that's work hard and get ready for the next opponent and keep improving. I do think we're improving. Offensively tonight, I really, really liked the way we played. I thought we were in sync and understood what we were trying to do all night. Really, really efficient on first and second down. We didn't have many third downs. I think only 9 of them, and we were 6 of 9 on those. And then we were really efficient in the red zone, 7 for 7, and 7 touchdowns. And really proud of how those guys played. Really proud of how we ran the ball, how we threw the ball effectively. We missed a couple that were routine plays, but you're going to miss some sometimes. And defensively, thought we settled down in the second half and played better. We especially in that third quarter, and we just didn't do anything offensively to take advantage of that momentum. We had a couple lulls, but, of course, Hayden flipped the field and punted them deep. We like to hold them when we punted them deep, but just proud of the overall effort of the team. And then, when the game looks like it's in hand and we fumble, the defense comes up with a big stop right there when they got the ball on their territory. And then offensively, we were able to take it down and go up 3 scores. So a great night for our guys. A lot of things that we can still improve on, but I will say we have improved from week to week as a football team, and I believe we'll continue to do that.
Are you finding a comfortable formula offensively, balancing the running game?
I think so. We're not I'd like to be a little bit more balanced. I thought coming into this season our strength was in the receiving core. But for whatever reason, we hadn't been able to find the rhythm that we need to. And we've continued to always stress the running game. That's been very important to me since the day I got here. I believe that's how you win championships, is be able to run the ball and play defense. And I like where we're at running the ball. I've said it for about 3 to 4 weeks now since the Utah State game. I really think our line of scrimmage is coming along and gelling and playing very, very well. They're starting to understand what we're trying to do conceptually. They're able to make adjustments during the game, and they're playing hard. And the backs are running extremely hard. We're still able to complete a high percentage of balls and get one-on-one matchups. And Rashard was able to win most of his battles today when we threw him the ball. A couple times we missed him, but that's part of it. But really like the way we're playing. And we're going to have to continue to do that. We're going to have to be able to be ball control and help our defense out and stay off the field. But I like where we're headed, and it's not going to get any easier the next 2 weeks because we go on the road. And anytime you go on the road, it's hard to win on the road in any league.
Hey, Mike, you were talking earlier, your offense hadn't been very explosive. I think you had 4 explosive runs coming into this game. You had 6 tonight. You hit some explosives in the passing game starting with game 1. How much did that help your offense keep its rhythm, keep its –
Yeah, I've been saying it all year. The explosives don't have to come to Rashard Higgins. They can come in the running game, and we're starting to get that way where we're able to fit a hat on a hat, and the backs are gaining more confidence in how our line's blocking. And we made some people miss tonight. We made the free guy miss, the safety a couple times. We got hats on hat, and then we ran some, misdirection tonight. But the number one play that worked for us was probably the toss sweep. We kept thinking they were going to adjust to it. We're going to have to come back to something else. But the guys did a nice job of fitting up and running and making big plays. Still got to do a better job of holding on to the football and not throwing it up for grabs. But I'd say we played pretty well offensively tonight. And explosives helped that. I mean, you have to have a lot of explosives to only have 9 third downs. You know, we were getting explosive plays on first or second down, big chunks.
So it's Rashard, if Rashard, the elephant in the room over there is whether Rashard's coming back or this was his last game. What can you say about his showing tonight?
Well, I think Rashard played well, but I think Rashard's got 2 more games to play, and I think we'll do our due diligence and get the information from the NFL of where they see him, and he needs to make a decision that's best for him and his family. We don't know where that's going to come back, but my personal belief, if a guy's not going to be a first rounder, I think he needs to come back to school and finish school and improve and try to get himself into that category. But I don't know where they would rank him.
Was he healthier tonight? Because the catches he had tonight weren't easy, but he looked more athletic and was able to.
Yeah, he's been healthy for about 2 weeks now, 2.5 weeks. And I'm gonna say this too. After the San Diego State game, we had that meeting and talked about practice habits. And Rashard Higgins has practiced like a great player should practice the last 2 weeks. And I think his play has been evident of that with the way he's practiced. You got to practice to be able to play at a high level and put yourself in position to make plays. I don't remember how many catches he had last week, but he played his tail off last week. Blocking, was very physical, and very proud of it. He didn't want to let anybody down. He practiced that way. He practiced that way this week, and I think he's starting to play the way we all think he could play.
You've been through a lot of situations, but not a lot of places. This is the first time what's this senior class going to mean you? When did they become your guys?
Well, to me, they became my guys when I walked in the door. And I told them, I said, I didn't recruit you guys. I don't know your background. I don't know who's important to you, but I want to know. I want to know, who raised you, who helped you get here to this point. Because if we're going to be all in it together, we got to be all in. Sometimes it's easy to come in and say, well, they're not all in. We're going to move to the next group and we're going to get ready for the future. But I've said it to you before. I'm a competitor. I want to win now. And I'm really proud of these guys of how they fought and how they continue to try to get better and take coaching. And, the easiest thing to do in the world sometimes is to say, it's not the same, it's not, but they haven't done that. They've bought in and played hard for each other and for the team and for the university.
What was it like for you to send these seniors off?
Well, it was very important. We talked about there were a lot of reasons today. We talked about there were a lot of reasons why everybody in this room chose Colorado State. Could have been a coach, could have been players. There's a lot of reasons why we play the game. To get to the NFL, for a grandmother, for an aunt, some of them have children. I said, but the number one reason we want to play this game today is for these seniors. They represent what we want here at Colorado State. They've worked hard. They've stayed out of trouble. And we want to play hard for them and send them out on the right note. And then I told the seniors, it's your job to show us the way. And I thought they did that tonight. And like I told them in the locker room, we got to finish. We're not done. It's in the last game of the season. We got a lot of football left to play, and I expect them to continue to lead.
Got your first winning streak of the year.
Hey.
Away from bowl eligibility. Do you want them thinking about that, or is it still keep it 1-0 because this team's been?
No, I think we're still a little bit inconsistent. You saw stretches of it tonight, but you got to give those guys credit. They're pretty good offensively at what they do, and they got some receivers and a quarterback that can make plays. But we got to continue to do. My last message: we're going to continue to do what we do, and that's get treatment tomorrow. Enjoy tonight, get treatment tomorrow, and come back ready to work on Monday. Because nobody's going to hand us the game. We got to go on the road. Very good New Mexico team. I've watched them a couple times, and they're explosive. And we got to be at our best, and they got to be at their best. We all want to go to a bowl game. We all want to have a winning season, but we got to go earn the right to play in a bowl game, and we got to earn a winning season.
Mike, you've talked a lot about just kind of fine-tuning and some of the little things that make a big difference to finishing. And did your team finish tonight?
Yeah, they finished. They finished. And it wasn't pretty. You had a little adversity there. They had a chance to gain some momentum, but our guys finished. And you know, I told them today, I thought last week was the closest we've come to playing like a team that I want us to look like. We played hard for each other. There was excitement. When the offense did something, the defense did something, and I thought we continued that this week. We got a little bit better. We played a little bit better in all areas, and you know, and we finished against a team that has played every team they've played like this. They fought for 60 minutes. They've been in the games in the second half, except for I think UCLA and Michigan. They've been in every game in the second half, and tonight was no different. But we finished on both sides of the ball in the fourth quarter with a big drive and a big stop by the defense.
You worry a lot about the defense, what the yards and all they gave up, or are you just happy with what they did because this maybe gave
Well, it's always a concern when you know, you're giving up you know, a lot of yards and points. But I think at the key times when we had to have it, we bowed our neck and made crucial stops defensively. And like the whole game, I kept telling them, it don't have to be perfect, guys. I know we wanted to come out here and be perfect defensively and shut them out. You just got to keep playing. You got to trust the guy next to you, do your job, and it'll come. And I thought the second half they played a lot better defensively for us. You know, they scored there on that late touchdown when we had sub guys in there. But overall, the defense got after them in the second half.
Coach, your team's been more game tackling the past couple of weeks. What do you guys change?
Well,
team seems that they're doing that a little more.
Well, I think we're playing hard. We're looking more like we did those first three games defensively after the San Diego State game. You know, we put on some tape, and basically, if one guy didn't make the tackle, it wasn't going to. You know, the guy wasn't going to get tackled. And the result, we were having long runs, and we said, that's not how defense is played. You know, if a guy, we don't have to be perfect defensively. It's about effort. It's about getting off a block. It's about chasing and playing hard. And those guys have done that in the last 2 weeks. And I think the reason we've you know, played better defensively. You know, we don't want to give up 172 yards. I don't know how many the quarterback had on a couple draws, but I thought we shut down their run game, you know, pretty good for a whole tonight, and that's because we're flying around.
You get a stop on that first drive, then the next drive on offense, you guys score in 3 plays. Could you have scripted a better start to the game right there?
No, we couldn't have. You know what? The plan was to come in and be aggressive in the running game, but we wanted to let them know that we weren't afraid to throw the ball early in the game. And Dick did a nice job on the first play. That every snap to that formation, you had one-on-one coverage to the field flanker, and we had switched the receivers and put Rashard to the field, and they actually doubled him, and he went right to the tight end. He trusted his progression and threw a great ball. So it was good to start out that way. And we started fast the last 2 weeks. You know, we started fast against San Diego State when we just didn't finish. But we talk about starting fast the first 5 minutes, and then we came out and we finished fast there at the end of the half, you know, to be able to get a touchdown there at the end of the half. And then we started fast in the third quarter. And that was the difference in the game.